here we go. So you'll notice that Luna is out of the trailer, and the reason for that is because as I stopped to do the battery change, she decided she was going to throw up, and she did that in the trailer. So I have a cushion in there for her, so I'm going to have to clean the cushion. Not sure, she probably ate something off the side of the road or something, grass or whatever. Joys of a dog. All right, let's keep plugging along here. So 1510, so we've climbed probably about 60 feet or so, 70 feet from where we started. Again, just one embankment and then rock cut. I think our next water feature is coming up here. Oh, partridge. Just hiding off the side of the road, coming out on the road to eat gravel. Yeah, this is our next feature up here. Oh, another one. Wow. Keeping Luna busy. All right, so we get up here and gotta go a little bit further. You can actually see part of the waterway. There's a beautiful little waterfall that comes down the side of the ridge. There's just a trickle of water. When we were here in September, there was basically no water, and that wasn't even running. But when we were here in July, it was coming down like crazy. There was a lot of water, and so you can see our height here. It's a long ways down. So what we have is we have yet another one of those concrete culverts that we just looked at a few minutes ago, and basically was built by at the same time by the same company. So I'm gonna grab my notes here. So again, the tenders came in March of 1920, and so the Carter Halls Aldinger Company, again, that built a lot of structures on this line. And they are usually recognized by the date stamp. They put date stamps on everything, right? So for example, the Strawberry Creek Bridge, the previous culvert that we took a look at, this culvert, there's a bridge that they did up ahead, right? So they're very big on putting the date stamp on here. So according to this, at the time we were at milepost 53.6 on the Lake Superior subdivision, and so the bid for this particular culvert was $10,697. And basically, again, we assume that they were the ones that got it. Their bids were much lower than some of the other bids on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to head our way down and go take a look at this culvert. And we actually walked through this one, so it'll be kind of an interesting little exploration. All right, so we've made our way down to the creek level. We're quite a ways down. I don't know exactly how much. I'll tell you after. The creek is mostly dry at this particular time of the year. So we're going to carefully make our way through the culvert. You can see the enormous size of it. It's got to be over 10 feet high. You can see the date stamp at the top. I'll give you a zoom in of that. This side is in really good shape. The other side's a little bit deteriorated. So you can see the 1920 up on the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way through. I wore my hip waders thinking that it's going to be wet, but I probably could have come through here with hiking boots because it's pretty dry. You can actually see how how there's been some undermining of the foundation here. You can see the reinforcing steel And you can see over here, so the water is in some cases kind of running underneath. The culvert itself looks in really, really good shape. You don't really see much deterioration with the concrete. Again, you can see that undermining that's happening. So we'll make our way through. It's so hard to walk with these waders on. Oh. They're like, it's very warm today, so it's like a sauna wearing them. So here you can see a little bit of deterioration. Okay, let's keep making our way through carefully. Yeah, I totally could have walked through here with hiking boots. Just so awkward with the so another joint here, and you can see some deterioration at the joint right here. And again, over here you can see some of the reinforcing steel. But again, this thing is 104 years old. That was a GPS beeping, lost signal. When I went through there was a tunnel further to the east near Flat, and I thought it was the camera dying. Instead, it was the GPS beeping. It's like a flat piece of rock. All right, so yeah, I guess I would have needed boots because it's kind of deeper here. Let's turn off the light. So there's a bit of deterioration on this side. Let's look back over to the other side. So I was here, this is October, or not October, it's almost October, it's the end of September. I was here at the beginning of July, and we got a lot of rain in June, and this was all full of water. And so I couldn't even get anywhere close to this. Okay, give me a second here. I think there's a pouch on here. I'm trying to figure out where to put the flashlight so I can frame up my hands. So here you can see the date stamp, and I'll give you a zoom in of this. Like I said, this side's a little bit more deteriorated than the other. And you can see the nature of this. It's like right in this little gorge. And so you can see that it's kind of, you know, just tucked right into the side of this rock cut. Or sorry, this gorge. You can see it's tied into the side of the rock face. And so here you can see the creek continues that way. Anything in the creek of note? I don't see anything interesting in the water here. So if we come up this way, we can actually see the sides. So this side's a little bit deteriorated here, so you can see some deterioration that's happened there on the corner. Okay, so here on the side, the eastern side, you can see there's been some deterioration here. So some of the concrete's coming apart. Definitely this side is a little bit worse shape, maybe because it's exposed to the sun, as opposed to the other side. And if we come around on this side here, you can see basically how it's a little bit exposed here. And then if we come out on top, you can see a bit more of the deterioration from up here. And you can see some of the reinforcing steel sticking out over there. All right, so we're going to head back up to the grade, which is way up there. Some of you might recognize that from Canadian television if you're back when you were a kid. Way up, look way up. We're gonna head back up on the grade and continue working our way west.